Hello and welcome to the My First Studio Agile Coach podcast, where we share tips and best practices on how to become a better Agile coach and help your team succeed. I'm your host, Abong Joe, and today we're going to talk about how to start and run an Agile Clinic for your team. An Agile Clinic is a session where team members can ask questions, share challenges, and get feedback from an Agile coach or a peer. It can help team members learn and apply Agile principles and practices in their daily work, enhance their collaboration and communication, increase their customer satisfaction and business value, and boost their morale and motivation. In this episode, I will share some tips and best practices on how to start and run an Agile Clinic for your team. I will cover the following topics. What are the benefits of running an Agile Clinic for your team? How to define the purpose and scope of your Agile Clinic. How to recruit and vet the coaches for your Agile Clinic. How to prepare the agenda and materials for your Agile Clinic. How to facilitate the Agile Clinic sessions. How to evaluate and improve your Agile Clinic. So let's get started. What are the benefits of running an Agile Clinic for your team? Running an Agile Clinic can have many benefits for your team, such as learning from experienced coaches. You can invite external or internal coaches who have expertise and experience in Agile topics to provide guidance and feedback to your team members. You can also learn from each other by sharing your experiences, insights, and learnings. Getting personalized guidance and feedback. You can tailor the topics and activities of the clinic to suit your team's specific needs and interests. You can also get direct input from your customers and stakeholders and deliver value faster. Improving your skills and knowledge. You can improve your technical, business, or interpersonal skills by applying Agile principles and practices in your daily work. You can also expand your knowledge of Agile methodologies, frameworks, tools, or techniques by exploring new ideas and experiments. Enhancing your collaboration and communication. You can increase the trust, transparency, and alignment among your team members by sharing your challenges, failures, and successes. You can also improve your communication with your customers and stakeholders by understanding their needs, expectations, and preferences. Increasing your customer satisfaction and business value. You can deliver products or services that meet or exceed your customers' needs and expectations by getting feedback quickly and frequently. You can also maximize your return on investment, ROI, by prioritizing the most valuable features or tasks. Fostering a culture of continuous improvement and innovation. You can create a safe and supportive environment where team members can experiment with new ideas, learn from their mistakes, and celebrate their achievements. You can also encourage a growth mindset where team members are willing to challenge themselves, seek feedback, and improve themselves. These are just some of the benefits of running an Agile Clinic for your team. If you want to learn more about the benefits of running an Agile Clinic for your team, you can check out this blog post that I wrote on this topic. How to define the purpose and scope of your Agile Clinic. Before starting an Agile Clinic for your team, it is important to define the purpose and scope of the clinic. This will help establish clear goals and objectives, identify the target audience and participants. Here are some questions that can help you define the purpose and scope of your clinic. What are the goals and objectives of the clinic? What do you hope to achieve or improve by running the clinic? For example, improving team Scrum skills, introducing a new Agile framework, or addressing specific problems or challenges. Who are the target audience and participants of the clinic? Who will benefit from attending? For example, developers, testers, product owners, Scrum Masters, managers, or customers. How often and for how long will the clinic be held? How frequently and regularly will the clinic sessions take place? For example, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or quarterly. How long will each session last? For example, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, or longer. What topics and themes do you want to cover in the clinic? What areas of interest or concern do you want to address? For example, Technical topics like coding standards, testing practices, or deployment strategies. Business topics like user stories, value proposition, or stakeholder management, or interpersonal topics like teamwork, conflict resolution, or feedback skills. These questions will help define the purpose and scope of your clinic. Additionally, you can use tools such as SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, a vision statement, or an elevator pitch to articulate and communicate your purpose and scope. How to recruit and vet the coaches for your Agile Clinic. Once you have defined the purpose and scope of your clinic, you need to recruit and vet coaches. It is important to find experienced and qualified coaches who can provide guidance and feedback to your team members. You can use criteria such as certification, training, or coaching experience to select the coaches. Additionally, you can invite feedback from participants on the coach's performance. Here are some steps to follow in recruiting and vetting coaches for your clinic. Identify potential coaches. You can look for coaches within your organization or outside your organization. You can also ask for recommendations from your peers, managers, or mentors. You can use online platforms such as LinkedIn, Meetup, or Twitter to find coaches who have relevant skills and experience in Agile topics. Contact the coaches. You can reach out to the coaches via email, phone, or chat and introduce yourself and your clinic. You can explain the purpose and scope of your clinic and invite them to participate as a coach. You can also share the agenda and materials of your clinic and ask them to confirm their availability and interest. Evaluate the coaches. You can evaluate the coaches based on their credentials, portfolio, testimonials, or references. You can also conduct a short interview or a trial session with them to assess their coaching style, approach, and personality. You can use tools such as surveys, ratings, or feedback forms to collect feedback from the participants on the coach's performance. Select the coaches. You can select the coaches based on their fit, suitability, and compatibility with your clinic's goals, objectives, and participants. You can also consider the diversity and balance of the coaches in terms of their skills, experience, background, and perspective. These are some of the steps that you can follow to recruit and vet the coaches for your clinic. You can also use tools such as Coach Profile, Coach Agreement, or Coach Evaluation to manage your relationship with the coaches. How to prepare the agenda and materials for your Agile Clinic. After recruiting and vetting coaches for your clinic, the next step is to prepare the agenda and materials. This involves planning the topics and activities for each session and communicating them to the coaches and participants in advance. Additionally, you need to gather the necessary materials and tools, such as flip charts, sticky notes, and whiteboards, for the clinic. Here are some tips and best practices for preparing the agenda and materials for your clinic. Prioritize topics based on the team's sprint goals, customer feedback, and learning objectives. Use techniques like dot voting, affinity mapping, or backlog grooming to rank topics by importance, urgency, or value. Incorporate a variety of formats and methods for clinic sessions, including lectures, workshops, games, simulations, case studies, and demos. Utilize icebreakers, energizers, and establish norms that encourage respecting different perspectives, active listening, constructive feedback, and celebrating successes. Frame questions as open-ended to stimulate discussion, clarify understanding, or challenge assumptions. Implement structured question frameworks like 5 Whys, STAR, Situation Task Action Result, or GROW, Goal Reality Options Will. Demonstrate active listening skills such as paraphrasing, summarizing, and reflecting back to show interest, empathy, and confirmation. Utilize techniques like mirroring, repeating, or rephrasing to enhance active listening. Apply coaching skills like probing, guiding, and supporting to help participants discover their own solutions rather than dictating what to do. Employ techniques such as Socratic questioning, appreciative inquiry, or solution-focused coaching. These tips and best practices will facilitate effective Agile Clinic sessions. Consider using tools like a facilitation checklist, observation form, or facilitation feedback to improve your facilitation skills. How to evaluate and improve your Agile Clinic. Finally, you need to evaluate and improve your Agile Clinic. You need to collect feedback from the coaches and participants on the effectiveness and value of the clinic. You can use surveys, interviews, or metrics to measure the outcomes and benefits of the clinic, such as improved knowledge, skills, collaboration, innovation, and customer satisfaction. You also need to review and reflect on your own facilitation skills and identify areas for improvement. Here are some tips and best practices on how to evaluate and improve your Agile Clinic. Use SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound criteria to evaluate the success of your clinic. You can use tools such as OKRs, objectives and key results, KPIs, key performance indicators, or BSC, balanced scorecard, to define and track your criteria. Use a variety of methods and sources to collect feedback from the coaches and participants. You can use tools such as surveys, interviews, feedback sessions, or testimonials to collect qualitative feedback. You can also use tools such as metrics, analytics, or reports to collect quantitative feedback. Use a feedback model such as SBIR, Situation Behavior Impact Recommendation, STAR, Situation Task Action Result, or AID, Action Impact Development, to structure and deliver your feedback. You can also use tools such as Feedback Sandwich, Feedback Wrap, or Feedback Ladder to deliver your feedback effectively. Use an improvement model such as PDCA, Plan, Do, Check, Act, DMAIC, Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, Control, or a 3, Background Current State Goal Analysis Proposal Plan Follow-up, to plan and implement your improvement actions. You can also use tools such as Action Plan, Improvement Backlog, or Improvement Board to manage your improvement actions. These are some of the tips and best practices on how to evaluate and improve your Agile Clinic. You can also use tools such as Evaluation Template, Improvement Plan, or Improvement Report to document and communicate your evaluation and improvement results. That's all for today's episode of the Agile Coach Podcast. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me at abangjopluswanster@gmail.com. Thank you for listening and see you next time. Abangjo signing off.